Okay, there you go. I want to talk about hope and chivalry today. This is something that's very important to us as Knights. 2 years ago, I'm a police dispatcher now. Dave told you I retired from PPD, but actually I went right into econ. I'm a Vancouver police dispatcher, have been for 6 years. 2 years ago, I was working in January. It's about 10:30 at night, and the temperature's dropping, the rain's starting to turn to snow. This is a Champlain Heights area. That's part of the district that I'm dispatching, and there is a 30-something lady walking down the street with her 8-year-old in tow. And as she comes up just adjacent to where the Champlain Community Center is, she hears a commotion in the middle of the street. There's a 12-year-old Asian boy in the street in his pajamas, bare feet, running around in traffic, trying to flag people down, screaming for help. And the cars, and there's not a lot of them, are detouring around him. So as she approaches, he sees her, and he runs up to her and says, "Please, you have to help me, my mother and father are fighting." And she says, "They'll help you," and she points at a care home. I won't tell you whose it was. And she keeps walking. 15 minutes later, she gets home, and she's been thinking about this, and she's starting to get uncomfortable about this. And to her credit, she picks up the phone and she calls 911 and says, "This is what happened 20 minutes ago now." Call taker puts a call up and take a look at it and went, "Okay, get a phone number for that care home. Phone them, see if the kid's there. Get the sergeant on the line, tell him what's going on. Get a unit to go straight to the door." No one answers at the home. We call them, but no one's answering the phone. First unit pulls up, goes up, rings the intercom. "Vancouver Police, we need someone to come to the door and talk to us right now." The supervisor and the nurse come down, and they said, "Did you have a 12-year-old boy come to the door?" "Yes, we did." "Where is he?" "We told him we couldn't help him. It's not part of our mandate." So now we have no idea where he is. So now I'm on to the duty officer, who is the acting chief. He blows a fuse. I want to start at the middle and work out. Knock on doors, check everything. Go out 10 blocks, find this kid. Start knocking on doors. In 10 minutes, we find 7 families who all did the same thing. They heard the commotion. They opened the curtains. They saw this kid running around screaming for help. They closed the curtains. They went back to whatever it was they were doing. Hour and a half we searched, we never found him. Don't know to this day what happened to that kid. And one of the senior dispatchers in that center threw up her hands in the air and said, "Where's the hope?" Right there, looking back at me. In this room, you are the hope. You can hand out hope. Why do people get like this? I mean, it's a crazy, dangerous world out there. I don't need to tell you that. You can see that for yourselves. But I mean, some people are right in the middle of it. Beat cops have a really serious problem with this. They work in the downtown east side, and this kid's 12-hour shift, every single shift, all shift. It's violence, blood, dysfunction, addiction. That's all they ever see. And because of their shifts, removing them from any kind of normal shift that anyone else work, the only people I hang out with is more people who do the same sort of stuff. So you get the impression after a while that this is the only thing out there. It's yuck. It could very easily get you in the state where you just turtle up and you don't want to be part of it at all. 2 years ago, I was out, I walk everywhere. I do 5-7 kilometers a day, running, walking. And I noticed that all kinds of people were coming past me. They'd be coming down the street, they'd see me, they wouldn't know who I am, and they'd avoid eye contact, they'd turn around, they'd sort of try to look the other way as they went past me. So I started an experiment. I need something here. Witches don't have pointed hats. They have tilly hats. Who's got tilly in here? Anyone? Yes. Okay. So I'm walking down the street. This person's walking towards me, and they go, "Good afternoon. How are you? Nice day today." That's it. Every single person. 2 years later, I see these people walking down the street, and you can see them passing people ahead of you, you know. And where before they were walking down the street doing this, now everyone they go past, they're going, "Hi, how are you? Good afternoon." It's just a little thing that you put out there can have an enormous effect. Opening the door, letting someone in traffic, giving them a greeting. They see something that they're not going to see in this chaotic world necessarily, and you're the one that's going to show them that there's another thing. And this is what chivalry is about. It's standing up and living an example to show everybody this is what's possible. You're handing out hope. Doesn't seem like a really powerful thing, maybe, doing something a little like that. But I mean, you people have got more power than you realize, honestly. Has anyone heard of the intention experiment? Thunder in the silence. I hear crickets. Oh, there we go. Yeah, go home. Get on Google. The Intention Experiment. TheIntentionExperiment.com, actually. Lynn McTaggart, a journalist, motivational speaker, she got this idea a few years ago. She thought, you know what, if I got a bunch of people who can meditate, they are trained in meditating, they can focus on something for a period of time. And we found some interesting targets. We're going to focus on changing the pH of this glass of water 100 miles away here. We're going to focus on healing this person over here. We're going to try and bring the crime rate down. It's Friday night in Boston. They got results. We're talking a group of like a dozen, 20 people. So then she went, you know what? We can go, this is like cutting edge noetic science. Let's go out there and do something with this. She created the website. And what this is, you go there, it's free, you register, and every week they have, this is our objective, picture, story. This is the time we're going to meditate. Now we haven't got a dozen people. We have hundreds of thousands of people sitting down at that time and focusing on this. And it produces amazing results. I invite you to go to the website and check for yourself. But you don't need 1 million people to back you up to do this. I mean, this is a great scenario. We got a whole congregation here that could get together and focus their will behind something. And this is something that our knights do all the time. This is an essential element of what we do in the order. But you can do it all on your own. I freaked out my fellow workers when I first started working there. You go in on a busy Friday night at Econ, there's the Vancouver Police Dispatch Pod, you've got 6 dispatchers, and it is absolutely nuts. On the Friday night, you were talking and typing as fast as you can go. It is like mayhem. It's a galling show. And you get there, walking up to Channel 3, saying, hey, I'm working Sheet 3 tonight, and the day shift guy's going, it's already busy. Are you sure you want to sit down here? Yeah, go. You've earned your rest, get out of here. Sit down and own it. We go from a whole 4 district screens that are all red and yellow calls, priority 1s and 2s, and it's hopping. And in 30 minutes, 45 minutes, really, really busy. Suddenly it's Channel 4 is nuts, Channel 1's nuts, Channel 2's nuts. There's nothing happening on my channel. The calls are shrunk down, everything, all the red and yellow ones have gone away. It's all blue and green, priority 4 and 2. You do this for a while, people start to go, what are you doing? I said, it's my calming influence. And it is. It's exactly the sort of stuff that this intention experiment is about. You can put your will behind something, and you can make this stuff happen. You all have this ability. I don't care what spiritual path you come from. It's not about that. You can make this stuff happen. And by standing up and doing that, you can put hope out there. You can hand out hope. And that's what chivalry is all about. Yes, I can come up with a list of things describing our code of chivalry. It's courtesy, it's compassion, it's courage, it's honesty, it's justice, it's industriousness, it's truth, it's honor. It's all kinds of things. And all of us, one of the things we do is we come up with ways of expressing our inner power and using it in the world. You know, if you want to take charge of your life, you don't have to control that chaotic world out there. It's massive. All you have to do is master this. Master this. Everything else takes care of itself. Trust me on this. Ask anyone wearing black here today if this isn't so. It's true. Yes. You had proof of it. I know this. Master this, everything else takes care of itself. All you need to do to take charge of your life is take charge of yourself to start with. All you have to do is live this way. If you want the world to be a certain way, live that way and be the example. Stand up. That's what language is about. That's what chivalry is about. And it's really, really simple. And it doesn't cost you anything. And all it requires is a few minutes a day to do this. So, we created a little space today. I'm going to take it down now, there we go, and return it to regular programming. When we dismiss the quarters, basically what we do is we turn to the various different directions and to the middle, and we say, spirits of the center, north, west, south, east, we thank you for your attendance, and ere you depart to your lovely realms, we bid you hail and farewell. And then we say, the circle is open, but not broken. The circle is ended, but never the love of him. Go forth now into the world and run straight at whatever you fear the most. Be glorious. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again.
May she.
May she.
Thank you, Kerr. Tempted to wear that. Hope begins with ourselves. And how do we connect that hope with others?